Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a talking advice type video, sit down video with you guys because I got some tips for y'all. I've been through the situation, so I have all the great answers. Good answer. In college, living with a roommate, or not in college, living with like a friend or whatever. These tips are kind of like just interchangeable and they kind of help. Like, I've been through this entire situation. This is going to be a good video. Like, I'm sorry it's kind of late. I know college already started. I know you probably already moved in with your friends if you did. But here is these are some tips to make it work if it's not working. We're just gonna get into this video. First things first, I will say this. If you have no intentions on sharing your food, label your food. I say label your food because people will take your stuff and eat it and then won't say anything when you ask about it. There has been plenty of times where I went grocery shopping, bought food, brought it home, put it in the fridge. You go looking for it, it's gone. It's gone? What do you mean it's gone? I didn't eat anything. Where's my food? Like, we didn't have, what? Like, unless you and your roommate or your friend, whoever you're living with, make this a conscious agreement that you're gonna go grocery shopping like for the whole family. Not the family. If you're gonna go shopping for the whole, then that's fine if you're eating each other's things because you guys take turns grocery shopping as a whole, right? If you don't, like we did not. So I advise you write your name on your food. We went shopping for ourselves. In college, I lived with a roommate. So my freshman year, I had a roommate. My sophomore year, I had a roommate. We didn't have these issues with food in the dorm because the fridges were so small and you had the cafe, the stores, and you had the cafeterias where you just go get it and whatever. And it was like so minimal food in that little fridge. Like, what are you fighting about? There's nothing there. But once I moved off campus into my first house, there were 5 of us. So things would go mysteriously missing a lot and then no one would say anything because there's so many of us, you don't know who did it. I was just a stickler for that. Like, don't touch my food. What are you doing? And people don't listen. So I never advise you living with 4 other girls ever in life. Don't ever do it. Bad idea. Don't do it. I promise you. Just because you label your food doesn't mean that your roommates aren't going to eat it. It's just a helpful hint for them to know that it's yours and not theirs. So don't eat it. But you still may have some disrespectful people that will eat it anyway. Clean up behind yourself. I'm not perfect, okay? I'm not by any means saying I'm perfect and every time I cook I cleaned up immediately. That's not the case. But what I have a problem with is when it like stayed there and it was excessive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just stayed there for days and days and it built up and no one else would clean it. I would be like, well, what is going on here? And the whole problem that I had with cleaning up behind other people was that I'm not a maid. What are you doing? Why aren't you cleaning your shit? My whole thing is clean up behind yourself. I think this tip will prevent a lot of confrontations and arguments. Now here's what I started doing because this is just how I prevented situations and it didn't work because petty. I would clean up behind myself. Only myself. If I saw other dishes in the sink, I wouldn't touch it because I didn't do it. Because I was trying to make a point that I'm no one's maid and you could clean up your own stuff. Because it would sit there forever and they would expect whoever was in the kitchen, oh, somebody's gonna clean it. Like, no. No one's gonna clean up after you, boo. So my thing to you guys is clean up after yourself. If you cook, remember what you cooked. If you don't clean it up right away, cook, eat, take a nap, just clean up behind yourself. That will prevent so many arguments, confrontations, problems, for real. Be considerate. God. Be considerate of like your roommates when you have, because if you live with other people, you can invite people over whenever you want, obviously, because you also live there. But when you're inviting a ton of people over at like nighttime hours or maybe, you know, this person might be asleep, it really doesn't even matter when you invite this person over. Just be considerate because it can be very rude if you invite people over and they're super loud and you're sleeping and they wake you up. Or you're taking a nap and they wake you up. Or you're trying to study and they like disrupt the situation. Like, you don't want to be inconsiderate of the other people that you live with because you would not be happy if someone did that to you. So be considerate. If you have like a house party, let your roommate know. Like, if she's studying or something, let her know, hey, I'm throwing this house party. I know you're studying, But I just wanted to let you know, maybe you can go to the library or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll keep the party down, equal half and half. I don't know. Make agreements, consult with other people. That's the whole thing. Like, you should consult with the other person to make sure everything is a-okay, right? Don't leave hair in the shower. Don't leave hair in the shower. Oh, and this is just goes kind of along with don't leave hair in the shower and stuff. Just keep the bathrooms clean. Keep the toilets clean. This one, not petty at all. No, I'm just kidding. Lock your bedroom door. Only reason I'm saying lock your bedroom door is because you never know who your roommate might bring over. They may bring over someone you don't know or you don't trust personally, because maybe past experiences, you don't trust somebody. So if you're not there, lock your door, because you really don't know what's going on, especially living maybe with 5 other people, not 5, living with 4 other people. You never really know who's coming in and out of your house. And you never really know how good your roommates are watching said friend who's just roaming around your place. Anywhere, you know, anywhere they want. They be like, oh, they can say, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, and then go into this room and like steal $50 out of your nightstand. You know? So lock your door. Also, if you don't trust your roommates, lock your door. At nighttime, when you're asleep, you should lock your door. Make a rule about people that stay over too much. You know what I'm saying? Make a rule up front. Cause I know you may not think about this during, like, when you're getting this place, you don't think about rules that you should make. Make a rule about men or women that your friend has over. Because if Sally Mae, and I love using the name Sally Mae, I don't know why, but if Sally Mae invites Ronald to stay over, you know, one night, it's cool, whatever, it's one night. But if you start to wake up and Sally Mae has Ronald over every night, Ronald's always eating your food, Ronald has your lights on, the light bill that you pay, not Ronald. Ronald's using your shower, that water bill that you pay, not Ronald. And Ronald is there when Sally Mae is gone. You need to make some rules about Ronald, because Ronald needs to start paying some rent. Because Ronald, I think you live here now, Ronald. I think I have like another roommate, right? In this situation, I feel like either you should contribute something, maybe go shopping, maybe go get some groceries. You can't just be staying here for free. But if you do want to stay here, the rent can also be divided by adding you into the equation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to come in, get a cut of this rent, of course you can stay. Living with other people, you have to come to a mutual agreement. Basically, you need to come to a mutual agreement with every situation. And it's hard sometimes to do that once you've already been living with this person for, you know, X amount of days or X amount of time, because it's just like, we're all adults, right? We're adults. We're obviously adults. We're living on our own. We shouldn't have to have these obvious conversations as to rules and as to, like, things we should and should not do, because, like, duh, who raised you? Like, this is common sense. You should know when you're living with other people to be courteous. And maybe you don't know everything. Maybe we can help you. But if not, it's not my issue. I'm sorry. Don't leave the lights on if you're not there. If you guys are gonna be gone for like a long time and you pay the light bill, don't just leave the lights on like all day, all night, because that's gonna add up in your light bill, and you don't want to spend extra money that you don't have to. Pay your bills on time. Just pay your bills on time. And if you can't pay your bills on time, I understand. Sometimes you go through hardships and sometimes things happen. Maybe let your roommate know. Maybe she can cover you and then pay you back. You know what I'm saying? It's always an iffy situation about lending people money, especially, like, I just don't like lending people money because you don't ever know who's gonna pay you back. But if she really needs your help, just help her. Like, that's what friends are for sometimes. This last one is really just gonna be a little mini rant for me. Just don't, I do not recommend living with friends. I really don't recommend living with anybody, honestly. Living with friends can also ruin friendships. So if you love that friend and if you love that friendship, don't move in with her or him, who's ever watching this. Don't move in with that person. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys. Subscribe and like and share this video. Ugh. You guys replaced all the friends that I lost in my life. I don't need friends anymore. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.